Mexico. My name is Turere, and I'm from Kenya. This is Nairobi National Park. This is the only city. This is the only park that is found within a city. Nairobi National Park is home to animals like zebras, buffaloes, lions, and cheetahs. The park is not fenced in the southern parts where I live. That means wild animals roam freely out of the park. And that means lions also follow them. And this creates a big conflict between the Maasai, who are pastoralists, and the Kenya Wildlife Service. So this is what the lions do to animals. They kill them at night. This is one of the animals that were killed 3 years ago. So my culture is Maasai, and we keep animals as a way of life. And these are the animals that we sell to get money, and we depend for them for food. So we value them very much, and we also believe that we came from heaven with them. And so we mostly depend on them for everything. So these are the Morans. They're the Maasai warriors. They protect our livestock and the community. So guess what they did? Kill lions. This is one of the lions that were killed in my community. Yeah. So I started looking after my father's cows when I was at the age of 9. And it was really a hard job because I had to go out in the morning, graze animals, and then bring them back home during the evening. So I had to find a solution to this problem. I had to save my father's cows. So the first idea I got was to use a scarecrow. I wanted to scare these lions and trick them that I was always there. But these animals are very clever. They will come the first day and they will see the scarecrow and they will go back. But the second day, they will attack. Why? Because this creature is not moving. It's always there. It's just standing there. So they attacked. Second idea I got was to use light just to show that there was somebody there with a torch. But I think this helped the lion because they could actually see through the cow shed. So it failed. At some point, I actually thought that I would not even try anything again because everything I was doing was a fail. But I just told myself that I shouldn't give up that quickly. So since I was a little boy, I used to work in my room the whole day when I was not looking after the cows. So I even took apart my mom's new radio one day, and she almost killed me. But I started learning about electronics, and so I got a small torch from a broken flashlight and indicator box. I call it a transformer. It's a small device found in motorcycles. It just blinks to show you direction. And I got a battery and got a solar panel. So I set up everything. As you can see, you have the solar, which charges the battery, and then you have 2 wires that go straight to the switch, and then you have the small machine, I call it a transformer, but it's actually an indicator box. And you have the bulbs that are on the poles. And so I connected this thing in my home. I wasn't sure that it was gonna work. So the lights actually flash around the cow shed at night and trick lions that I was walking around the cow shed. One night, I was walking around with a torch at night, and the lions didn't come. And I discovered that lions never came around the cow shed at night because because somebody was walking around with the torch. So I actually told myself, what if I can make something that will flash around the cow shed and trick the lions that I was always patrolling around? So that's how the lights flash, and you can actually think it's somebody walking around. So I set up everything at home. This is how it looks like. You have the bulbs. They are facing outside because that's where the lions come from. So when I finished installing these lights in my home, I went on putting it in the neighbors, and this is one of the homes that I put the lights. Now we've done almost 300 homes in Kenya, and this project is also being used all over Kenya now and other countries like Zimbabwe and Botswana. And I also went on and did some improvement on the project. That's how it looks like now. So because of this idea, thank you. Because of this invention, I was lucky to get a scholarship in one of the best schools in Kenya, Brooklyn International School, and I'm really happy about it. I even took my friends from my new school, and we are helping installing the lights in the homes that don't have. So I've always wanted to become a pilot, and that's my passion. So, so I used to hate lions, but now because my invention is saving my father's cows and the lions, we are able to stay with the lions without any conflict. I have a short video to show you. Thank you.
Nearly 500,000 lions roamed Africa and Asia. Today, fewer than 20,000 remain, squeezed in on all sides by growing human populations. Despite millions of dollars spent on lion conservation in recent decades, their numbers are still declining. There must be a bright idea out there somewhere. Lions are the #1 tourist attraction to Kenya, and tourism is one of the top revenue earners. Yet lion numbers have declined from 15,000 just 10 years ago to fewer than 2,000 today. Wherever humans and lions share habitats, conflict leads to lions being killed, and nowhere is this more apparent than in Nairobi. Kenya's capital is one of Africa's fastest growing cities. 4 million residents and growing at 7% per year. It's the fastest growing city in the world. Nairobi National Park occupies 16% of the city. No other capital city in the world has a park with wild rhinos, lions, and other wildlife. The park is fenced along its northern boundary, but is open to the south, linking it to a wider ecosystem and allowing wildlife to make crucial seasonal migrations. And that means sharing land with people. This poses a unique challenge for the park and the city residents. Wherever wildlife goes, lions follow. They can even survive in Nairobi's more affluent suburbs, navigating fences in built-up areas. But inevitably, they kill livestock, leading to disastrous consequences. In 2007, so many of the park's lions were killed by the community that they were almost wiped out. The pressure is so great now that we could lose them altogether. We need an affordable solution that empowers people to deal with the problem themselves. Maasai wealth is measured in cattle. Yes. From the age of 9, Richard was responsible for managing the family's most valuable assets.
Test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Is it good? Does? No?
By age 11, he had enough of lion attacks.
If the lions come from the forest and then come to eat our cattle, it's very bad. If I see a lion now, I feel that something is something that is ready to attack me. Me and the lion, we are enemies, big enemies that can never be forgive each another any day.
One night, he had a bright idea.
This is the battery. It's being charged by the solar panel. It's there in the roof. And this is the wires that carry the power to the bulbs. And this is the switch where you can switch the lights on and off.
Richard's brainchild is one of the first practical solutions to the lion-human conflict problem. It's saving cattle, lions, and money.
I knew the lions were afraid of something which is moving, because when someone wakes up at night and moves with a torch, the lions are afraid of the lights because they think this is a person which is coming. Since 2009, I started putting at home the bulbs, So we didn't ever experience any problem of the lion screaming at home until now. So the neighboring homes have even borrowed my deer. Since now I've put it 6 homes, the babs.
As conservationists in Africa, we really need to recognize and support local practical ideas that emerge from young people like Richard. We're proud to have helped Richard to get a scholarship to one of Kenya's top schools, Brookhouse International. All it took was one bright idea. Richard never dreamed that he could be someone that saved lions.